Ladies and gentlemen, patriot, truth seekers, digital warriors, welcome back to the show. This is your frontline of information war, and I'm your host, your patriotic brother, Baraka Amuri. Look, this is what they do. They come at you. They'll say every single thing. If you don't challenge them, they're going to say all the crazy thing. They're going to say, hey, Nigel Farage is eating black people. That's what they're going to say if they are not challenged. This is what they do. And sadly, a lot of people sitting at home listens to them and be like, oh, I'm taking that as my source. And they're going to go out there and say that Nigel Farage is racist. They're going to go and do all the crazy stuff. I mean, I think that's what they did with Tommy as well. Where people would fully believe it. Like they seen him did something, like they watched him in with their eyes. That's what they'll believe so hard. And when you ask them, hey, where's proof? They're like, the TV show. Oh, who's the host? I don't know. Yeah, because some guy was sitting there, probably called David Lammy, telling you that Nigel Farage was in relationship with a Nazi friend. He had a Nazi friend in high school, whatever. Yeah, and then they catch him out and he's like, actually, I don't have any proof. I'm sorry. I take that back. Yes, because somebody tracked him. Somebody asked him. Somebody put pressure on him to take it back. But if nobody did, this is what they do. They don't come for what you stand for. They don't come for what you're doing. They don't come for policies. They come for you. It's easier to break a man than it is to break what he's preaching. And we've seen that with Charlie Kirk. They couldn't defeat him in a debate, but they thought Bullet would. But sadly, the revelation is very yeah. The backfire is backfiring. But this is what they do. Actually, we should call this video "This is what they do." Anyway, let me get into the story. David Lammy, he's out there. He's been asked. His cut one. He's been asked, and he makes a crazy claims that Nigel Farage had a Nazi friend in high school, and then he backfires. Listen to him.
Is Nigel Farage a racist?
I answered your question. I'm not going to play the man. I'm playing the ball as our leader did. I will leave it for the public to come to their own judgments about someone who once flirted with Hitler Youth when he was younger. That is for the public, but we will be...
Is Nigel...
Sorry. I don't want to wear these headphones. I hate wearing them. They make squeeze my head. Yeah, he asked him a question. Is Nigel Farage racist? He's like, hey, I don't want to... But... this is somebody who dated or had relationship with a Nazi friend. Okay. How old is Nigel Farage? Quite old. Did you guys go to the same school? No. Then how did you know? You don't know, but you're speaking very confidently about it. You're saying the way you're saying, your voice has a lot of conviction in it, like you were there. Like you was telling him not to do it when it took place. It's insane. This is what they do. Now then, of course, he appeared again and they asked him full on, like, hey, do you have any proof? Who's the person who this guy flirted with in high school? All this thing. And then he turns around because he's been caught. His supporters is not there to help him. And he had to apologize.
They also suggested that Nigel Farage had flirted with Hitler Youth. Now, the party have said that's totally untrue, that that's libelous, contemptuous. What did you mean by that?
I think there were some articles circling around from a teacher, but I wasn't at school with Nigel Farage. I don't know what songs he sang at school, so I'm happy.
You have no evidence for that suggestion.
I'm happy to clarify. I did say it's for the public to make up their mind, and I did also emphasise that let us play the ball, not the man. So it's not my intention to play the man, Nigel Farage. In fact, I've you know, I did a show with Nigel Farage and LBC a few years ago. Let us concentrate on the ball, the policy, which is the deportation policy, his policies on the NHS, which I think is to charge, and his policies on lowering tax cuts, which would lead to the bond markets, so not the man.
To be totally clear, you're pulling back from that comment that you made.
He has denied it. And so I accept that he has denied it, and I would like to clarify that position because in the end the Prime Minister was keen for us to focus on the policy.
They also suggested that Nigel Farage...
Yeah, this is what they do. He's trying to say, hey, play the ball, don't play the man. No, actually, David Lammy, you were playing the man, you was not playing the ball. It's like Nigel Farage's Neymar. Yeah, Nigel Farage is on the ball. If you watch football, you probably understand. Or maybe let's say Nigel Farage is Yami Lamar, skillful players. Let's just say Ronaldo so everybody can get it. Nigel Farage is on the ball. David Lammy is a defender. Let's call him Sergio Ramos. That's David Lammy. Instead of tackling the ball, he goes and just boots Nigel in the face. This is what they do. Injured the player so he doesn't play again. Slander his name. Crushed him with false allegation. That's what they do. There's a famous book about this. Really good book. I'm going to refer it to you guys very, very soon next time. And it talks about the way, you know, the way they did with Trump when he first ran and during his first campaign, you know, first term. Nobody really went against his policy, but they just went against the man. They did every single thing. I mean, they're still doing it today. They're like, oh, he's doing this, and some of the things that he's he's done, like not the things that they claim that he's doing, but obviously he's done some stuff that I don't agree with. But that's obviously we're not gonna agree with a lot of things that people do. Of course not. But this is what they do. They come for the man, not for the policies, not for what the man is promoting. No, they come for the man. Now, here's another video I want you to watch. It's cut free of Reform UK responding to this guy, David Lammy, his claims. He's cut free.
Just seen this. What's your response to David Lammy? Have you heard about this? Who's just said on the BBC that Nigel Farage flirted with the Hitler Youth. God.
Well, as far as I'm aware, Nigel wouldn't have been old enough to be in the Hitler Youth, so I think David Lammy probably needs a history lesson. But again, here we go again. This is the point, which is actually this is guttural politics. And whilst he thinks it's very clever, actually, what this is doing is sowing division and it's sowing societal fracturing. And I think they need to be very careful about what they are doing because they are alienating huge chunks of this country. People who are passionate, hard-working Brits who want to make this country great again, who want to see a control on the migration crisis. Remember, stop the boats, smash the gangs, all this nonsense. Nothing's happened. 38,000 so far this year, 50,000 since Labour took power. This Labour Party has no policies, no substance and no idea, and it needs to leave office.
And it's really interesting. I'm going to play that clip because I've just got it, and I'll tell you why I'm going to play it. You talk about guttural politics. You're right. I believe that the establishment, the two main parties, believed that they could throw reform into the bin by simply saying it was far right. What's happened is we've now got the ruling party in this country relying on guttural politics because they are out of ideas. I'm going to play it to you, I hope you don't mind. This is David Lammy earlier about Nigel Farage. This is how low the Labour... They're panicking. Listen to this, my friends.
I will leave it for the public to come to their own judgments about someone who once flirted with Hitler Youth when he was younger. That is for the public.
It's extraordinary, David, isn't it?
It's unbelievable in so many ways that A, he would go that low, B, he could be so historically inaccurate. And also, when you look at what they said in that speech, choose decency or division, which I think is an absolutely outrageous comment, first of all. This is a fight for the soul of our country. Yes, we need to get rid of the Labour Party to actually restore the soul of this country. And then he calls us snake oil merchants on the right. I mean, either you've got some good policies, either you know how you're going to change the direction of this country, or I suggest, in a very kind manner, that you leave number 10 and you leave office and let someone who knows how to run this country get on with it.
Yeah, that's what they do. This is what they do. We're seeing them. They are. I mean, I'm here to report it to you. I'm the front line of information war here in the UK. Soon in the world, but right now in the UK. So I'm here to tell you. Now, when I say this, I'm not advocating for Nigel Farage. I'm not here saying, hey, reform is the way. I'm not saying none of that. I don't think you guys know what I vote politically, where I lean. I mean, you understand my takes on a lot of stuff. I tell you that. But I'm a journalist. And I'm going to keep it that way. I'm here to report it to you. What's wrong? I'm going to report it. What's good? I'm going to report it. What's ugly? Yes, a lot of that in this country so far. The last couple of years. I report it to you. Now, what they do, this is normal for them. If you don't catch them out, this is what they do on the left. They don't come for what you stand for. They don't come for what you've been preaching. They don't come for the policies. They don't come for the ideas. They come for you individually, like as a person. They attack you. They attack your family. And they are like, it's like having a fight with a pig and you got your best suit on. You're going to get dirty. They come with all the crazy, dirty tricks. Now, the comments that these guys make is dangerous. It incites a lot of emotions that might... It's easier for somebody to interpret it in the wrong way. I might say it that way. And that's dangerous for Nigel Farage, for the Reform Party, for Reform voters. Because they're trying to label every single one of of Reform voters, every single one of them, as racist, Hitlers, and all these things. And that is disingenuous to every single person who has voted for reform or who's planning to vote for reform. So, I just reported to you that David Lammy has forfeit the game because, he has, he doesn't have any more ideas. He has nothing to debate on. And now all he has is just to call you names and hopefully it sticks. And right now, whatever he's throwing is not sticking. So he has forfeit the game. So yeah, if you're a reform voter, I'm sure you're pretty gassed about this. But this is what they do. They come for you personally. They will attack you. They'll do every single thing just to make sure you quit out of the game. There's not like a good sportsmanship from these guys. They don't hug you after the game. No, they don't even shake hand at the start. This is what they do. You're going against evil principalities. You're going against individuals who are so entitled that when they see you questioning their way of ruling, they feel like they feel like you should not exist. Now, I have to tread careful here. I'm not saying this about David Lammy. When I say they, it's not a person, it's an ideal. Yeah, I'll leave it there. As YouTube is watching this, YouTube watch me all the time. They demonetize this channel. They did all this. This is what they do again. This is what they do. They come for the person, not what you do. They demonetized this channel for 9 months. They kept on checking for 9 months. And guess what? They found nothing wrong. So I know they're still checking, of course, and they will not find anything wrong because we're here to report the news. I tell you how I feel, how I see it in my own way, in my world. And I'm sure you guys like that. That's why you guys are tuning in. So thank you so much for watching. Without further ado, hand to the head, salute. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching that video. We need your help. I'm in big trouble right now. I need your support. I've been needing your support for a very long time, but because I'm stubborn and I didn't feel like I didn't want to ask anybody for help. Back in January, they demonetized this channel, they censored us. I thought I'm going to fight them by myself, so I never asked you for help. So I just kept on giving. And I was doing everything for free. I was doing all this stuff. I was covering the expense. I was just maximize my credit card, all this stuff. Because I thought, man, I'm going to fight it off. I'm going to, we're going to build this big, huge empire. We're going to seize the airwaves and we're going to be the best, biggest video, radio, broadcasting television station in the UK. I just kept on going. That's in January. So I'd never really asked your help. Now it's been 9 months. I'm in more shit than ever before. So I need your support. I need to keep this channel alive. If in the next coming days, if we don't get your support, I don't know. I'm not sure what YouTube would do. They might just they might just cut us offline. I'm not sure what they might do. And it's so scary because they're not just cutting the channel, they are cutting my face on the app as well. So that's dangerous. That means I won't go on other channels. So I need your support. If you've been standing on the fence, if you've just been watching from the sideline, this is your time for you to jump in. We are out of players and we need you to jump in the pitch and play. We need you to come and score because we are losing this game. We've been losing for 8 months. And it's been 9 months now. This is the last month until I hear back from them, and I need your support to fight whatever that comes. So, if you haven't support, or if you have support and you feel like you still got something to put in, go to thebarakashow.com and leave your donation or anything that you can, or just click the first link in the description. It will take you straight to Stripe, where you can just leave a donation. We need your support. This is serious. We don't need it tomorrow. We need it now. If you can, of course, if you can do it.
And the show host, Baraka Amuri.